Hello, my friends. How are you? I hope you are doing well this beautiful Saturday morning. Man, it's a good day, right? I'm having a good day. I hope you guys are too. Things are going well as always, or as I'm continuing to do. I am both live streaming on Twitch and YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple of links. They're going to be at the very top of both Twitch and YouTube, and I'll put them back periodically. The first link I think is pretty important. It's a change.org message. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't normally promote causes on my channel, right? I try to stay away from the political things, but sometimes we need to speak out. Sometimes we need to let our voice be heard. And this change.org, let me just bring it up. Let me just show it to you. This change.org thing is, it's all about SWGA, right? And it's, the concept here is you, we, this community. We can have a change. We can ask the devs to finally bring Hondo Ohnaka into the game. That's right, my friend. We've got a few people that have already signed up, have already said that they're willing to voice their opinion, let their voices be heard, right? Because CG needs to know it's time for Hondo. We all agree that it's time for Galactic Legend Hondo Ohnaka, light side pirate, smuggler, just general man of charm and dignity. So I put that one on. Oh, the other one. I mean, the other one's important too. I forgot to share that one. The other one is my end of year book request. I've asked my students, what books do you want? What books would you like for me to get? And I feel like since they've asked for it, I can specifically put it into my classroom. The Witcher book set. I feel like because they specifically asked for it, right? Then they, and strangely enough, some of them are already reading it. They're like, we just feel like other people. Any donations you give to this is, it's matched. So $5 is 10, 10 is 20. I only need, so it says I still need 678, but really I only need 338. So any donations that you guys give me today will actually go towards this. But if you guys want to donate yourself, the link is at the top. But that's not what you came here for. You came here for SWGA. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let's go and get to the thing. The SWGA. I keep hitting the wrong button. Here we are. This is where I'm at, guys. I won the last round. I outmatched my player. Now, granted, I had more Galactic Legends than he did. By, a lot. But you guys have seen me play, and you know that I'm not great at this. So, he actually did really well for it. But the fact that I had more, I think it made all the difference. Having said that, I've got Jedi. He had Jedi Master Kenobi, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and Sith Eternal Emperor. I got the full clear, and he didn't. Again, Galactic Legends. He did put his GLs on defense, or two of them. He put two of them on defense. He was able to completely clear my front row. I mean, it's not a hard front row to destroy. He did. Joe Leaper! You're a good man. Run DMV. But the thing is, he struggled a little bit up front. And I think had he not struggled so much up front, he probably would have done better in the back, right? The back end. But he got to a point where he just wasn't able to hang on. I do like that he got stumped a little bit with my Akbar. Right, I did put my Akbar on defense. But anyways, let's go ahead and play this. Don't forget to sign the petition. Amen, Joe Leaper. A freaking men. The petition don't cost you anything. That was my Southern redneck coming out. The petition is absolutely free. It's just, you know, you. I love that. I freaking love that. So this is what I'm going up against today. He's got Jedi Master Kenobi, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. He does have really good other relic characters. Joe, Run, always a pleasure, my friend. This will be interesting. He's got an Omicron Mara Jade. And an Omicron Wampa. So that'll be interesting. He'll probably use that. He'll definitely use that on offense, would be my guess. So Rusty Jason, yo. How are you? No goat scream? Was that? Sorry, I hope you're not listening on headphones. Because that was probably loud. It's super delayed, the goat scream. I don't understand. I've got to go back and fix some stuff. But you guys know every time I tinker with my stuff, it tends to break. So, up top, he's got Revan, he's got General Grievous, he's got Dooku, he's got Newt Gunray. I just scared my cat when I said Dooku. And he's got Mama T. Why put that Omni on that Wampa? We were looking at his stuff. I haven't put an Omni on my Wampa yet. I am considering it. I am legitimately considering it for my next one, but I don't know. We'll see. Right here, he's got Kylo. This is his bottom row. He's got Beskar Mando. He's got a Qui-Gon. He's got Captain. He's got CLS. Captain Luke. And then Rusty. And then don't you go scratching at that. And then he's got Jedi Master Kenobi. Let's see. My relics, my what's it called? It's not relict. All right, so he's got a good team, and he's got relic 8 on both of those. I don't think either of mine are relic 8. Today I'm drinking Rockstar Punched Aguas Frescas. It's pineapple. Oh, Rusty Jason over on YouTube says, I owe you all an apology. For 3v3, I say Qui-Gon Jinn's Omni, or Omicron, is better than Zam's. Still easy to beat, but great banners. But it takes a GL. Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's the thing, is it's like, it does take a GL to beat that on 3v3. Right now I'm going to go after Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, no, you're good. You're good. I gotta say, I am currently reading. I'm gonna go with Obi-Wan. I'm gonna do the mirror match first, because I was able to defeat it with the mirror match last time, but yeah, I was able to defeat it with a mirror match last time. But then I've also got, Slacker in reserve. Interesting, though. Like, this is what I'm thinking. I've been reading, and I don't know if I'll finish it today, but I've been listening to / reading Brotherhood. Now, this is the, I'm going to put it on her, because his Ahsoka is gonna kill. Ooh, dang it! But I've been reading Brotherhood. Now, Brotherhood is the latest novel in the Star Wars canon, right? And it follows. What's interesting, and I'm actually glad that I read it now. So I read Queen's Hope, and I have both of them here in the back, and I'll bring them back. I'll bring them up as soon as I finish this battle. I went through, and after finishing Queen's Hope, there was a character that was introduced, and I was like, okay, I've got to figure out what that character's actual name is. But I was interested in that, so I went back out and I got it, and but I listened to it. I liked it. It was fine. But Queen's Hope focuses on the moment, or focuses on the life and times of Padme shortly after her and Anakin's marriage, right? It is interesting. Like it's a straight up interesting story. It's not my favorite in the trilogy of the Queen's trilogy. It's okay. Like it's fine. But it's, like I said, it's not my favorite. But it sets up, in my mind, it sets up Brotherhood, because Brotherhood takes place shortly after Anakin becomes a Jedi Knight, right? And the scenario is, and this is just the premise of the book, so not like a spoiler or anything like that. Clearly the Clone Wars has begun. Things are starting to roll. Things are starting to move forward. But there was an explosion, a terrorist attack on Cato Neimoidia, right? Now, at this point of the story, Cato Neimoidia is a what do you call it? It is neutral. It is not a, I don't know. It's not actively involved. Now, you do have the splinter cell of the Trade Federation that is actively involved in the Confederacy, but Cato Neimoidia itself is not. Let's see. I mean, it looks like, no, I'm going to use my C here. And I think I'm just going to use C. It's like 337. Yeah, I got that. So Obi-Wan is there, exploring and doing his thing, and Anakin is doing some other stuff, right? It's so far it's a really good book, and I've really enjoyed it. I'm curious to see where it goes, because it does it does have this, I don't know, it's interesting because it's giving us some insight into the transition of Anakin becoming a Jedi Knight, which up until this point, he's not. Oh, you butt nugget. Right, he's been a Padawan, so it's gonna be like that storyline. It's been interesting, and like I said, it's not a super long book. It's 300 pages ish. Lightning Spaghetti Monster Death 58. That's not bad. Let me show you. So I actually got 3 books. Queen's Hope, gotta love the pink, and then you got Madam Padme right there. Whoop! Just knocked over Geralt of Rivia. I'll put him back there. He'll protect. And then I've got Brotherhood. Like I said, it's not a super long book. Most of the Thrawn books are a little bit longer, but I've really enjoyed it so far. And I'm listening to it. I mean, for my money, you cannot beat a Star Wars book on Audible. Like, I love reading, but the Audible books, they're just money. I mean, they're so good. And then this is one of my favorite new authors. I mean, he's not a new author, but I found him a couple of years ago. I used C on Qui-Gon Jinn. Probably not the best thing, but I just wanted to get it out of the way. He only has one more relic, or no, he only has one more galactic legend. So, but then this one is called Patient Zero. It's by an author named Jonathan Maberry. I love him. This book series actually follows a guy named Joe Ledger, who is former Army Ranger, former Army Ranger, former, what's it called? Let's go to CLS and let's do Revan. Former Army Ranger, former detective. He works for a government agency called the Department of Military Sciences. And the first book, he's teamed up with these guys. He's kind of like he's on a team, but then he's dedicated to lead the team. Let's do I'm going to do this just to kind of save that tank. I think that I can actually do it without. No, I'm going to leave him out. But he's hunting down this terrorist organization who have weaponized a virus in order to make zombies. It's a whole thing. And it's really an interesting story. I've enjoyed the ever-living crap out of it. There are 10 books in the series, I believe. And they're all pretty freaking awesome. Boop. And he's dead. But yeah, so like I've read them all, or I've listened to them all. Now I'm just collecting the books. I love them. But Brotherhood's a really interesting book because I think it's setting up parts of what we'll see in Kenobi, to be honest. We've heard that there might be flashbacks. We've heard that there will be flashbacks. I'm really interested in where this will go. Like, because right now in the story, and this isn't, again, a major thing, Anakin is hanging out with younglings. Right? So I don't know. Like, I have to go back and watch some of. I've got to go back and watch episode 3, to be honest. It's as I've been reading this, I definitely have to go back and watch episode 3 because there's just so much that I feel like I've either forgotten about that episode or I don't know, that I maybe just don't remember, which is the same as forgotten. But it's so far it's a really good book. Like, I'm really, really enjoying it. I didn't care as much. Oh, what do I think of the leaks? So, all right. The hard thing is, I don't want. So I had put off the leaks until I think yesterday. Yesterday or the day before was the first day that I actually went and looked at the leaks. And I'm hoping that it's not a bad show. Like, I legit am wanting it to be great. Everyone does. Everyone wants Kenobi to be good, right? That's not a secret. Nobody wants Star Wars to put out something bad. I am nervous that this is going to be a bait and switch. I am. Like, that they're saying, hey, this show's going to be about Kenobi, but it's also going to be about this other person. Now, I don't mind if it's kind of like a dual billing type situation where you have Kenobi as obviously the main focus of the show, but then you have Reva, this Inquisitor, kind of showing us the inner workings of the the Empire, the Inquisitorius at the time. Like that won't bother me as much as I think it will and potentially will bother a lot of other people. Like I think that would be an actual, so like it's a concern for sure. And really, so Joe, Rusty, it does stink of KK. It really does. What concerns me, the leak, without going into depth, is that the Kenobi show is not actually about Kenobi. That's the leak. That it'll be more about this Inquisitor who's doing her thing and her soul being saved or whatever. I think she's gonna die at the end of the first one, right? Because she's not in Rebels, she's not in Fallen Order. This is clearly a character who does exist in some form, but is not around the whole time. So I don't know. I think it's very possible that we'll get a show that's pretty, right? It looks amazing. Like visually, it looks stunning. I think what John Williams even said that he wanted to do one of the scores, right? So I mean, it's gonna be well done. The question is the story going to be well received, right? Because that's a big part of this, of a lot of the frustration that a lot of people have, is because they're trying to take a very dark period of time in not just the Empire, but in the galaxy. This is not just an Obi-Wan's scared and alone type moment. This is legit this is a dark time, and you have to go into that. Dr. Feelgood, welcome to the stream, buddy. But it does stink of KK. I've got to take a model. Is that like just I got to go take a poo? I don't. But it really does. And like I've got to say, there's one line in the trailer that gives me a lot of hope, and it's Lars when he gives that sick burn to to Obi-Wan, and he's like, the boy must be trained, and then Lars is like you trained his father, and that's like like, oh my gosh. Is everyone on Twitch? I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of people over on YouTube. Looks like most people are over on YouTube. But what's it? Dr. Feelgood's over on Twitch. So like that is a burn. That is like the sickest of burns. Like I heard that and I was like, dang, Lars. Holy crap. Right? Aldry, how are you? I'm doing well. I am doing well. Get some Obi-Wan, get him some aloe, and because he's on, Tatooine. There's aloe vera there, right? Like that's something that gives me hope, right? For this whole show, it's that bit of dialogue that we see. We don't see a lot, right? We don't see a lot of dialogue from like, I don't know, from like everyone on that show. It's only a little bit. And so like it gives me hope that that it's going to be impactful, that it's going to be weighty. I liked the episodes that Deborah Chow did in what was it? Was it Mando? And so like I'm hopeful. I really am. Like I'm really hopeful because I like Deborah Chow. I like the cast. Qui-Gon is Qui-Gon. Obi-Wan. Oh my gosh, my freaking brain. Let me bring this up real quick so I have a reference. Like the Ewan McGregor, that's his freaking name. Oh my gosh. Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, both. Like I'm very excited to see them and see how it plays out because they are great actors. Ewan is phenomenal, but I was watching the interview on what do you call it? I was watching the interview on oh man, Vanity Fair. I think he did like a little piece. It makes sense why some of these actors avoid Star Wars afterwards. We get so, I mean, and granted, like we're fans, we are super fans, we love it. Ewan even said that he loved watching some of the YouTube videos because then he could see how people were suggesting, like, well, this is, they were talking. He's like, they were talking to their audience. And he's like, they were breaking down the trailer scene by scene, and he's like, this is what they told their audience. He's like, and they were all way off, and so it's like, oh crap, right? So if you look at some of the breakdowns of some of the bigger streamers who've done this kind of stuff, I mean, it does make me a little nervous. The fans are feverish, right? We love our Star Wars. We love our genre, you know? Like that's not a, I'm going to go ahead and use Maul here. Well, maybe not. We love our fandom. And like Obi-Wan, I mean, he is the face of, or Ewan McGregor is the face of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, like, he's dope. Right? He's amazing. We love Ewan McGregor. But I can see why people would be nervous. I'm nervous. All right, I'm going against the Ewoks. I'm going to pick my nose a little bit. I'm going to use old what's-her-face. Scoundrel. Infist. Like we love our Star Wars and there's legit concern, right? Yeah, Poplu. Who is this? Chirpa and all right. And I think there's reason to be honest. If you take a look, if you do take Obi-Wan and you look at some of the bigger streamers and say, Bones, what's up? Don't say Bones, what's up to the bigger streamers. They won't understand. But if you say, and you look at what they're saying and say, okay, this is what all of the bigger streamers are saying. What do they have in common? And what could be wrong about it? I mean, you might get where Obi-Wan is headed, you know? That's a real possibility. Let's go after Phasma. I'm gonna use my Imperial. So I don't know. Oh, I do know that so far I'm actually doing really well. Like, I mean, I don't know about banners, but I haven't screwed anything really up. Oh, Run, don't say that about Yoda. Yoda's my boy. Now, here's the other thing, right? think of all of the leaks that came around the Book of Boba Fett. There was a lot, and not just like Mike Zero a lot. There were a lot that didn't come to fruition, right? That didn't make it out of the actual leaked zone. So that's the other thing that kind of gives me hope. This could be a strategic leak because, you know, they don't want it to be ruined for people, you know? So they're planting misinformation, right? Which, I mean, according to YouTube and stuff, we've all got to be very careful about that. But I mean, it could be misinformation. And they're just like saying, hey, you know, this is what's coming out. Am I on the hype train with this Lord of the Rings game? Honestly, I kind of am. I'm going to give it a shot. Like, I think it was, I don't know who was, it might have been last night on the stream, on the Escape Podcast stream. Oh, man. I think I saw someone recently say that, that they were afraid that someone like Aragon would be like latecomer to the game. I don't think that's possible. I don't think you could have a Lord of the Rings stream without the initial, I don't know, like fellowship in the game. I don't see how that is even remotely possible. Now, like, will you see Lord of the Nazgul? Maybe, maybe not. You know, will you see some of these other, like, main characters? Will you see Wormtongue, right? Did I use? There we are. I don't. Yeah, Gandalf the Grey has to be early game. Gandalf the White, not even a chance. I mean, we won't see Gandalf the White for 4 years. That would make sense to me. But Gandalf the Grey? I mean, come on. Yeah, that's totally going to be part of it. You know? And so like the other ones from the books, I don't think we'll get a lot. I think they will bring in characters from the books. They're clearly going to sync up with characters from this new TV show that's coming out, which is super worrisome. I don't know. I've heard a lot of things and it's like, okay, this is a bit scary for me. I'm going to go double check my top row. Make sure I don't need any of my major. Yeah, I mean, we'll start getting the elves. We'll start getting some of those other bigger characters towards whatever. Yeah, I'm going to go do looks like I'm going to do the Sith. I'm not going to do mine. What's his face? I'm actually really curious, to be honest. I like Lord of the Rings is one of those Lord of the Rings is one of those fandoms that I just absolutely admire. Tolkien's work is fascinating. I teach creative writing, and we talk about Tolkien a lot, and a lot of creative writing videos and stuff that I show talk about creative writing. Like right now, as the semester comes to a close, we're talking about world building and kind of like how it all fits together and how to make a world. And it's so awesome. It's so cool to be able to, talk about that stuff. And you can't talk about that stuff without really hyping Tolkien, without really hyping some of these much loved fantasy worlds. Tolkien started by creating a language. I mean, who does that? That is so incredibly awesome. Like today, there's no way something like that would, like, I don't know. It's just amazing. And there's a reason why something like Tolkien has stood the test of time. And it's because it's so exceptionally well done. It's so exceptionally well thought out. Motives and lives are built up around these characters, and they're powerful, right? It's a really great story, and I love it, you know. Now I've only read The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, like the 3 books in The Lord of the Rings. I've not read The Silmarillion. I've not read some of his other works. But yeah, today Tolkien would definitely be 10 books and 17 seasons. It's insane. It spawned every book. It is like I'm a religious person. I don't talk about that a lot here, because, right. But like, it's one of those things that I feel like the Children of Hurin. That's the one I was thinking of. But to me, this is inspired. Like, Tolkien's work is inspired. Same with who was the other one? His contemporary. They were close friends. Narnia. Oh my gosh. That guy. Right. And Tolkien's work is, yeah, Tolkien's work is there. Without the Bible, there would be no Tolkien. Also, the Bible's, if you look at it, like, there's some crazy stuff in there. but all that aside, like, Tolkien is so powerful. Like, his writing is so powerful. Like, the moments between Gandalf and Frodo, the moments between the heroics of Merry and Pippin, and like the growth that they have, right? It's just yeah, it's like it's amazing. Like, it's so freaking good. It's C.S. Lewis. That's the one. I love C.S. Lewis. I like one of my favorite older books is the Screwtape Letters. And it's 2 devils talking to each other, and it's just writing letters corresponding back and forth. And what's interesting is as Lewis was writing this, he's like, that was the darkest time of my life, right? Writing those books. And I was like, that's scary. If that was the darkest time of your life, you know, but like, again, oh man, I just love it. I mean, these stories are so well done. I'm such a fan. Like, I really am. Let's go to, who am I? I'm all over the place right now. Darth Revan. Who's Revan? Revan's gonna need a powerhouse. So let's go ahead. Let's do this. But yeah, visionary things. Like, great work. Like, I love George R.R. Martin, great writer. I am a slacker solo. All right. Like, I love his work. Absolutely fascinating stuff. I don't know. I'd like to do some new content on the new game. I'd like to do more content here. I've gone to be completely honest, guys, I've gone through a bit of a funk lately, like personal. Everything in my life is great. I love my job. I love my family. Nothing is going wrong. No real health concerns. Just the pressures of life have kind of stressed me. you know? And like as you guys probably know, I've taken a bit of a hiatus of sorts from making content for this game. And I don't mean to. Like, I have all kinds of ideas for my channel. I just, every time I sit down to make them, like, I can't do it. Like, I just can't. I just struggle with getting them done. Like the other day, my daughter and I went and saw the new what do you call it? The new Doctor Strange movie, right? And my wife had told me, she's like, "Have you?" My daughter's young, right? And so we still have to be careful about what we let her watch, you know. And it's Marvel, and so like I don't feel too nervous about showing her Marvel things. But Doctor Strange was billed as a horror movie, right? Sam Raimi, great director, Evil Dead, great films, and so like I thought about that. I was like, you know, what is this, a horror movie? And so like I wanted to make a video that was like, is Doctor Strange 2 scary? And it would be like a 30-second video that was like, no, it's not. There's some jump scares. Sure. It's not scary. And it would just be that. Like every time I sit down to make something, I struggle. Like, that's like, yeah, it's hard. Like, it's hard to watch. It's hard to make so much stuff. And to me personally, I try to be positive and upbeat. And when you are going through a funk, it can be a challenge, right? Like, I love CG. I don't like making videos where I just bash CG. I mean, that would be really easy, right? Like, it would, because they've made mistakes, sure. But I don't want to be that guy who just goes in and just like, oh, CG, rah, and, you know, just rants. You know, I want to have more of a positive, you know? And so, but like when you're doing that and when you're trying to make content like that, it can be a real challenge, you know? So I would like, so the short answer to that is I would like to make content for this new game, but it's, I don't know, it's a little nerve-wracking. You sometimes need a break, right? Like I will tell you what I've been doing. I downloaded, and this is legit one thing that I really want to make a video on. I love old Sega games. I love old games and stuff. I've always been looking. Every computer I've ever had, I've downloaded emulators for. And so I just worry that. Hold on. So on a side note, I'm gonna tangent here. I feel like I'm gonna need a little bit more oomph than just these three. Let's go. Let's do this. I'd be down. Bones. I'm gonna do this. I could use Malik, Malik. But yeah, and that's like, honestly, guys, that's why I love live streaming with you guys, because it's just so easy and it's so much fun. And like, I don't, you guys know I'm always just gonna be myself. You know, I'm gonna do me however I can. But like, I just, you know, I love live stream because like, you guys are great. You guys are so awesome, and it's nice to just be. it's nice to occasionally hear a screaming goat, right? That's just dope. I love that. I love those videos. My favorite YouTube videos that I still watch with my kids are the screaming goats injected into the Taylor Swift videos. Oh, they're so much fun. But yeah, like it's just so much easier. Like, I know in my head that like no one's gonna care if I stumble, if I trip up, you know, like the people that love me are gonna love me no matter what. But like, it's always in my head, you get that moment where it's just like, oh, I've got to make this good, or I stumbled over this, or I did that, or yeah, you've got 5. Do I have 5 hours to put into a 20-minute video? What's that going to take away from my family? My wife's great. My wife, like, I've been doing this for 5 years, over 5 years now. I was scrolling through my YouTube channel the other day, and I had, I saw the day that I hit 5,000 subscribers. Right now, I'm at 4,880. Right, 3 years ago, I hit 5,000 subscribers, and like since then, I've just been right there. And like the thing about it, I think the people who watch my channel like truly enjoy my content, right? They enjoy my honesty, they enjoy my personality, and I feel great. I love that. I love you guys. You guys are wonderful. But it can be a drag sometimes. It can be painful to am I making the right videos, or am I doing this? I get too much in my head, right? And you guys know, like I'm not unique to that. Like I think a lot of people experience that. I talk to my students all the time, and I have them take Dark Gillas. What's up? I don't have them take Dark Gillas. I have them take like anonymous surveys, like close your eyes, raise your hands, right? But like it's, I'm gonna do this. I feel like this could work. Dude, they finally reworked him. Didn't they? Yeah, they did. Just recently. It took years. Chopper, what's up, man? Or girl. I don't actually know. But I do love Chopper. Oh, and I got to show you guys something. So, I've decided that I am going to stop buying my Funko Pops as if they will one day save my life. I'm only going to buy the ones that I really want. And so one of the things that I really want is I'm going after, ooh, that's a tough one. I'm going after the Rebel crew, right? And so I just got Hera. Now, the thing that sucks about the Rebel crew is they are so freaking expensive. So I've got to it's going to be a slow buy. Freaking Thrawn, the Thrawn for the Rebel crew character or from Rebels, it's like $500. Like that's insane. That's absolutely insane. But I'm sure I'll eventually. So like I keep an eye out. I'm like, is there a Thrawn that's like missing an arm or something like that? Like is it just the head of Thrawn that is out there? I don't know. Okay, so let's see. Newt Gunray. I think I just used the last of my Jedi. I'm looking for I'm looking for crappier versions. Let's do this. Thrawn was so good in Rebels. So I gotta ask. I mean, I'm all over the place today. Is Thrawn a good guy or a bad guy? This is such a loaded question for me because Thrawn, he's Imperial, right? And he is the bad guy that goes against the rebels. But is Thrawn a bad guy? Or is just he an antagonist? Because the way that question is answered will directly impact the outcome of the rebels' story, right? It's it's such I went through and I've read, I just finished listening to, or just within this last year, so the last 12 months, I listened to The Heir to the Resistance, the whole trilogy. I read and reread the new Thrawn series, right? The final, Thrawn Ascendancy series. Great stories, by the way. Yeah, they're filming Ahsoka right now. So you've got to know that Thrawn is going to show up somewhere in that. But is he going to be the bad guy? Is he going to be the antagonist like he was in the Rebels story? Or is there something more to him? Right? Again, Thrawn and we so here's the thing. I think the main argument or the core of Thrawn's character, if you look at the old books, if you look at the new books, all of them can be boiled down to outbound flight. Okay? In outbound flight, Thrawn, again, not the antagonist. He's not the bad guy. He's just protecting his people. Right? He's just protecting those people, the Chiss, that he loves. So, like, yeah, he kills a Jedi. But he gave the Jedi ample time to not be a giant D-bag. Right? And so, there is that Thrawn who does that, who protects his own at all costs, right? That Thrawn is the Thrawn that we see in the Thrawn Ascendancy. We kind of see it in the new canon Thrawn books, but his own in that era is the Empire, right? He protects those, especially. I don't know, like he does. He's great. I love Thrawn. I just love Thrawn so freaking much, and I'm gonna kill him. And no, yeah, I don't know. Like I'm, boop. Like as I watch this, as I watch this all play out, I just don't believe that Thrawn is a bad guy. I think he is an antagonist. He is a great soldier. He follows orders. More when those orders make sense. But he also knows when to not follow orders, right? That's what makes him such a great military mind, is because he's not... Yeah, oh my gosh, I know. The music in Rebels, the music in this show. I saw a one of those, like, what was the most impactful death for you on Facebook the other day, or it was just yesterday, I think. And it was it was Vader, Satine, Obi-Wan, it was Yoda, and there were two others, but one of the other two was Kanan, right? And I saw that, and like I want to say all of the other ones, but I just can't. Kanan is probably one of the most, if not the most impactful death in Star Wars for me, because it was the height of my love for Star Wars. It was when I was like researching everything, and I was totally into the storyline, and I was seeing it live. I just loved it. And here's the thing, like, I love the Jedi. I love what they stand for. But Joe, Run, you were so right. Like, many of the Jedi, because they are at the height of their hubris, they are at the height of douchebaggery. They're jerks. They're just jerks, you know? And like, the thing that bothers me, like, because we love the Jedi that we do love, and there's some Jedi that are out there that are just like, yeah, we love these guys. You guys are awesome. The thing that sucks about focusing in on this time period is we have to see the downfall of the Jedi. Right? We have to. We have to see their hubris. We have to see the Jedi go through the... Yeah, they were holier than thou. And nobody likes that. Nobody likes to see a, you know what, like, oh, we're right and you're wrong, or we're the Jedi. And that's the way they come off. Right? But like when you take a pious figure like that down a peg on television, it kind of comes off like an agenda. Now, there might absolutely have an agenda there. I don't know. I'm not going to get into that now, but that's for another stream. But like, I hate seeing it, but I know that as a storyteller, it has to be done. Because like even Yoda, all this faith was put into Yoda as like, oh yeah, we're Yoda. Like I'm Yoda. I'm the guy who's you know doing this. I'm the Grand Master. I know everything, but he didn't. You know, Yoda didn't know everything. Yeah, Mace Windu. I will say that's one of the things that I'm actually kind of enjoying about this book, this Brotherhood book, is we're seeing Anakin and Mace kind of look back and forth at each other. And we're seeing how Anakin is taking Mace's constant slights, right? Like the way that Mace treated Anakin was just, I don't know. It created an outsider in him. Now I'm going to tangent back to the actual game here. Rusty, I know you're going to tell me that I only need to use the Ebon Hawk here, but I'm going to use all three because I just don't have the faith in myself in this one that I think you have in you. But this is doable, right? But yeah, that is one of the things that I have really enjoyed. Oh, balls, I used the wrong one. Crap weasels. Well, Shazbot. Well, bollocks. That's what the British say, right? Yeah, for those of you who've been on the fence about Brotherhood, give it a try, or even on the fence about some of the new canon, give Brotherhood a try because this is a pretty good one. I'm really enjoying it. I think we're gonna see a lot about Duchess Satine. I'm not super far into it. The chapters are pretty short. The book's pretty short, so I don't know. Maybe we won't get a ton, but like we've already got some mention of Satine, you know. So Mandalore is coming up in the book. Nothing major has happened to Mandalore or with Satine. There's no moment where you know, Kenobi shows up and he's like, "Hey, Satine, why don't you and I go have some aggressive negotiations?" Nothing like that. Although that would be awkward. There is a moment. There is a moment where Anakin and Padme they're out. They're essentially on a date. You know, it's date night. They're going out. They're doing their thing. And Padme's like, I've got a gift for you. And Anak's like, yeah, what is it? Like Anakin. So if you wonder, right, and this is a little bit of a spoiler. It's not a spoiler to the story. It's a spoiler to what happened to Anakin's Jedi braid. Okay, so if that is something you care about, then yeah, turn away now. But it's such a small thing that you probably don't. So Anakin gives Padme the Jedi braid. He puts it in bronzium or whatever. Carbonite freezes it. And he gives her the Jedi braid. They're on date night and Padme's like, "I've got a surprise for you." And the surprise is blankets. He's like, "Blankets? What's..." And she's like, you think you can go find us somewhere a little quiet? And Anakin jumps like, yeah, let's go. It's funny. It's very humorous. I've enjoyed it. Like, it's super awkward, but it's also kind of fun. I've been enjoying it. I honestly have. I've got to do some yard work today, and so so I'm gonna finish. I've got like 6 hours. I don't think I'll be doing 6 hours worth of yard work. I honestly hope that I'm not. But you know, down, boop. But if I am, I will absolutely be listening to it. Because it's been fun. I've really enjoyed it. Like I said, I wasn't as big a fan as the in the Queen's Shadow. I liked the other two books. I did. There was just something about this one that kept me kind of like out of it. And I just didn't feel. Oh, that's the missus. I gotta come help her. I don't know. I just didn't feel it as much as I wanted to, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, now you're gonna look at blankets. She's like, freaking Anakin. Did you at least wash them? All right, let me send a message real quick to the missus. I am almost done. Ugh. I can't unhear that. Let's see. Let's stun that enemy for a minute. Oh, come on. Hit him, you turd. But no, I am excited for Kenobi. I'm legit excited for it. I am nervous for absolute sure. There's a lot of things that get me a little freaked out. But like I said, all of this stuff I think is leading towards something in Kenobi. I have a feeling that we will see I don't know. We'll see something. We'll see a boom shakalaka. Finally. All right, you die now. Oh, I like that. Uh-oh. Can I do it? Probably was the wrong one. But yeah, I'm excited. I do feel like the stuff that we're seeing now is kind of leading up to it. So, so with Brotherhood, I think Brotherhood will play a role in it. Not a big role. Like they tend not to. Oh, link to the canon tribute. That's like it's dope, man. I'm telling you, like it's it does. It pulls at your heartstrings, man. Like it's just a like, and then when Ezra goes back and I almost said Hera, but then what's her face is like, you can't do it. You can't save him. You know? Yeah, I'm doing all right. Grundy. All right, let's see here. GOH, I exited out of some stuff real quick. Ship counters. Like seriously, yeah, like you get chills, man. So I guess Chimera one and the home one. Let's see, Chimera. Who am I going after? Home one. I'll do first order for home one, but I'll do Galactic Republic. Like, that's the thing. Like, here's I gotta say, like, and this is what I love about Star Wars. Like, in the grand scheme of things, like in real world, right? People don't watch those cartoons, right? They don't. It's unfortunate. They don't. But they're so well done. You know? Dave Filoni did an amazing job. And I don't necessarily care for Freddie Prinze Jr. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's great as Fred in Scooby-Doo, right? The Scooby-Doo movies. He does a great job. But his role as Kanan, is just, it's great. I mean, it's really good, you know, and it's awesome to see, and it's like part of the reason why I'm so excited for Thrawn, I'm curious to see how Ezra turns out. You know, it's like going home after years of being away, and let me do this. I'm gonna boost them. That's probably the wrong character to bring in, but like, it's like going home after years away and like seeing your friends and seeing like, this person turned out and they made good, you know, and it's like, that's dope. That's awesome. Like, I want to see Pon, I totally don't get the reference. Oh Lord, is it Sunday already? Unless you're referring back to what we were talking about earlier. Rebels is an unsung beauty. And I honestly think, given the opportunity, Resistance could have been good too. If you go back and you look at Rebels and how it was received right off the bat, people didn't care for it. People didn't like it. Lots of people were like, oh, this is dumb. But like, once it got into I think it was like second and third and fourth season, series, season. It was beautiful. Like, it was really well done. Now, granted, that's when Hondo came in. We all know, my love for Hondo. But like, it was really well done, you know, and it should have been well done, right? I mean, I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring in this. Now, exactly. A good story takes time to build. The first season of Rebels with, and I had friends calling him Space Aladdin, right? With Ezra. It was frustrating, right? But so too was the first time that we saw Ahsoka, right? Remember that? The first time people saw Ahsoka, it was like, who is this most annoying person, right? And it eventually got better. You know, she eventually grew on us. And I think Resistance probably could have done that too, but just didn't have the time, you know? Now, granted, it was being undermined by the movies. Like, a lot of people, you know, couldn't differentiate between the two, you know? And it's unfortunate because, again, there was potential there. There was a lot of potential there. Oh, come on now. You gotta hit that. Probably should have brought in the... But yeah, people hated Ahsoka. Stun him. Oh, come now. Don't you die on me. Freaking A. Oh, let's see how I do. Oh. Yeah, Dave Filoni does an amazing job at building characters. And that's what I love about this. And again, that's kind of why I have hope for the Kenobi series. Dave Filoni's, I think his EP in it, he's not directly connected. But Dave Filoni brought on Deborah Chow, right? He was the one that kind of said, look, she's got the skills, she's got the chops. Let's make sure that she has a voice here. And that's, she's the one doing, Kenobi. And it brings me hope. Whoops. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I just farted. Oh, poop jokes. They're amazing. They're worthwhile. Everything about them. I don't think I'm going to get this one. Crap. But I should be able to clean it up with one of the others. I might lose, but I'll hopefully get the full clear. Oh, man. Yeah, Dave Filoni does an amazing job, right? Yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard, Ron Howard. Although I will say I'm curious to know. I'm going to bring in the Chimera. And I'm taking them all. Let's do... Let's do this one, this one, this one. Actually, I'm going to put in Lando because the power of the ship is a little better. Like, that's... Yeah, I'm... Like, the thing with Rogue One, though, is, like, a lot of the movie was done, right? Before they brought on Ron Howard to kind of finish it up. So I am curious. I'd be... Oh, balls. Buffs on them. Like, I'd be curious to know what was done before and what was done after, right? What Ron Howard actually had a hand in doing. Let's do this. Oh, so Joe, Rogue One, I read that as Rogue One is a go-to chick flick. And I was like, yeah, if you've got a chick that is into Rogue One, I think you're good, man. You're on the right track. But totally read that wrong. Come on. Yeah, we never will. All right, well, I didn't get the full clear. I don't have any more ships, unfortunately. Man, that sucks. But we'll see what happens, right? There's about 5 hours left. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. He hasn't attacked yet. Let me show you guys what I am up against as far as my... I always show at the end, so if you're new to this, I always show this. This is where I am as far as my farming goes. I finally bit the bullet and I went after Rey. These are the last 3 characters that I need. Poe is almost there. Got 10 more of those. I've got all of those, which is nice. But then I'm going to have to do the same thing freaking here and the same thing freaking here. And it's frustrating. So a week per, maybe? I don't know. It's a standard. It's my date-night standard. So that's where I'm at. I am slowly farming Hunter, slowly farming Omega. Let me show you where my Bad Batch crew is. So Wrecker's all the way up, and then these 2 will be my next targets once these 2 are up. Journey Guide. I think after I get Rey, I think I'm actually going to go after Starkiller. Unless something bigger and better comes along, or something that I'm like super close to, right? If I'm really close to it, I'll go for it. If I have 6 out of 15 or 5 out of 15, I'll probably move towards it, depending on how close the others are. Otherwise, Bad Batch is going to be my next relic, not relic, my next star farm, and then I'll be going after what's his face? I'll be going after Starkiller. I like Sortie. I think she's going to be a pretty cool character, but not a chance that I'm going to be getting her anytime soon. I may go after old Iden Versio, just because having another ship I think will be great. Yeah, I think having another Imperial ship would be really good. But these 3, pretty happy with them. Still farming for ships. I tend to forget that they exist, to be completely honest. But I am getting better at my ship battles, so I gotta say thank you to Rusty Jason for that. Now, before I go, I'm gonna start where I began. First and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the chat. This link, I don't normally get political. This is a change.org link. It is absolutely... Oh, I'm hitting a lot of weird buttons. Whoops, I shouldn't have shown that. Change.org button. There we are. No. What's going on? Transition. Here we are. And display. Can we get Hondo in this game? Can we get people to sign up for this? I think we can. We've already gotten more and more people. The link in the section below is for this change.org. I've gone ahead and I've put it in both YouTube and Twitch. Now the other one, oh crap, I gotta stop doing that. The other one is for my classroom. Anytime you've donated today, so Joe's $10 I will actually put towards this guy. These are for the books that my kids, my classroom kids, my students are specifically asking for. As you can see here, The Witcher. They're all over the place. I've got Stephen King. I've got like Dragon Watch. I've got books that are geared specifically towards teenagers, and I've got books that are a little more advanced because I've got students that are a little more advanced. They're specifically asking for them. So anytime you donate to me, you can either come directly to this link. I put it at the top of both of the chats. And then you can check this out. Again, it all goes back just to support my classroom. So I appreciate anything you guys help out with. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will stream tomorrow night for round 3. I'll let you know how I did for round 2. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great weekend. I'm going to go do a ton of yard work. So if tomorrow I'm like bright red and look like I'm near death, that's because I probably don't and won't put on sunscreen. Love you guys. I love you guys. You're wonderful. You are. I wish you the best in many endeavors today and always. Oh balls! I gotta do a Bitly. Hold on. I wish you the best in all of your endeavors. I hope you are having a great day. I hope you have a great week. I hope you do and enjoy your weekend. Good luck tonight, guys, in your various streams and whatever. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Like, subscribe, share. Oh my gosh, look at the inception. And as always, smile.